Finally, we've got some big news that we've all been waiting for. A major cruise line has now returned to service. Welcome back to another video. My name is Brandon. If you like cruise news, cruise vlogs, and ship tours, make sure you click that subscribe button down below and ding the notification bell to be notified every time I upload a new video, even though the cruise vlogs and the ship tours are probably on pause for a little while. Also, before somebody says anything, mainly that's going to be in this video is the MSC Seaside. I know I don't have any footage of the Grandozia or the Magnifica, so just keep that in mind. I don't want to be using other people's stuff, so I'm going to stick to footage that I have for the most part, so you're mainly going to see the Seaside for this video. Anyways, so it's been a long and tough few months for the cruise industry, and with just everything that's going on globally, it's just not really improved too much. It's still all shut down, especially here in the States. But it looks like things have been improving over in Italy, over in Europe as well, and MSC has been given the green light from the Italian government to start cruising again. That's the best news we've had in months coming from the cruise industry, and it's kind of sad that that's the only good news we've had in months. Yesterday on August 16th, MSC's newest ship, Msc Grandozia, brought on some of the first passengers onto a major cruise line since the shutdown began. Several weeks ago, we did have Tui Cruises, which is a joint venture between Royal Caribbean and Tui Group, set sail from Germany with the first guests since the shutdown on Mein Schiff 2, so technically they're the first ones to do it, but they're not one of the big major cruise lines. But back on the topic of MSC. So the Grandozia will set sail on this itinerary that you see on the screen here, and it's basically just staying within Italy. There's really no international travel going on, which kind of makes sense because visiting other countries is pretty difficult because of all the restrictions that are in place. Not only is there more restrictions, but it's probably a little higher risk at this point of doing international travel, which is pretty much where the cruise industry stands at this point. In my opinion, it's probably the international traveling portion of the cruise industry is probably what's holding them back the most right now. I think as far as sanitation measures and, social distancing, I don't think the cruise lines are going to have a problem with that. They're usually pretty good about adapting and things like that, but the international traveling part is pretty difficult, especially with Mexico. Going to Mexico, all the other little islands, it's just kind of tough. But next week we also have Msc Magnifica, the second ship that is going to start setting sail on the 22nd of August. She's actually going to be visiting Greece as well as a few other Italian ports. So she is going to do a little bit of international travel, even though it is just to Greece and then staying within Italy as well. They of course did get the approval from the government over in Greece as well. As great as this is to see the cruise lines and MSC coming back into service, what are they going to do in order to prevent spreading and anyone from becoming infected? Well, first off, I will say the extreme sanitation measures that our large theme parks have adapted to aren't really much different than what cruise lines were doing beforehand with all this, the little sanitizing stations all over the place. Cruising gets a bad rep for being quote-unquote floating petri dishes, even though they're probably one of the cleanest ways to travel. It just gets a really bad image because of, the only things that really make headlines for the cruise industry are the bad things. But again, what is MSC going to do in order to prevent the spread and anybody getting infected? Well, here's a few things that they're going to implement and put in place in order to prevent and do the best they can to keep everybody safe and healthy during their cruises. So some of the things that they're going to be doing on board the ship is going to be, first, they will be doing rapid testing, and it will be mandatory upon embarkation, which makes sense, kind of expected that. Guests will only be allowed to do cruise line offered shore excursions, so you won't be able to do any shore excursions that you go out outside of the cruise line and purchase, third-party cruise shore excursions. Also, daily temperature checks will be done at various points around the ships, which makes sense as well. They're probably, I think I've seen pictures of, just little kiosks that you walk by and it shows like an image of you and it shows your temperature basically. So that's kind of what I'm expecting, or there's probably going to be some crew members with the little thermometers that are checking people's temperatures as well. Social distancing will be practiced at bars, restaurants, and entertainment venues, which, again, I kind of expected that. Also, I do like this one a lot. The masks will be left in every single stateroom and will be available at various points around the ships. I like that they're also providing the masks for the guests as well. But I do like the fact that they're putting masks in everybody's staterooms. I definitely would like one with a little cruise line logo on it, like a little carnival funnel or maybe the little Crown and Anchor NCL. I think that'd be really cool. I would definitely wear a mask like that. I could also see these probably being sold at the gift shops maybe. So I do like that they're doing that. That's probably one of my favorite things that they're doing right now. All new concept for guest relations. They're only going to be handling guest relations digitally or by phone, so you won't be able to walk up to the guest relations desk and talk to somebody face to face, which is a little unfortunate, but I again, given 2020, that's just how we're going to have to do things for now. So I really love that they're adapting and they're changing and kind of just gauging the situation and doing what they can in order to, just get back to cruising. Let me know what you think of all these new regulations and new rules that they're putting in place in order to get back to cruising. I definitely liked them. Most of these I kind of just expected, but I do like what they're doing and I like the concept. I definitely hope other cruise lines will implement these types of rules as well whenever we start to get back to cruising in the US as well. Now, some of these things may take away from the amazing experience of cruising, but it's not only for our safety, but if we want to be back to cruising, if we're wanting to cruise so badly, this is how it's going to have to be for a little bit, and at least until things start to recover. So, at least we're going to get back to cruising in some way, shape, or form. It will return to normal eventually. It's just, some things we just have to adapt to for a little bit. I think cruising in the U.S. is still a few months away, not only because of the cancellations, but I do think that we're not quite in the position that Italy is as far as, allowing cruises to start going. We're still very much a hot spot over here in the U.S. And, I think once things start to get under control in the U.S., I think we can start making our way back into service kind of like MSC is doing right now. So with that said, that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I know it has been I think it's been like 2 or 3 months since my last video. It's kind of hard just to make a fun and enjoyable video right now about the cruise industry. This is, like I said, this is the first time we've had good news in months. So, bear with me. I'm going to try to keep more videos coming, as we continue on. But anyways, I'm very anxious to see how things shape out for MSC, and I'm really hoping for the best. If anybody's on board, anybody's cruising with them soon, I hope for the best. I hope you stay healthy. I hope you enjoy your cruise. Anyways, my name is Brandon, and if you liked today's video, make sure you click that subscribe button down below and ding the notification bell to be notified when I upload new videos. And let me know down below, are you excited to see cruising somewhat restart even though it's only 2 ships? Let me know in the comments below, and again, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.